No, hold on. Let me take a picture. Oh yeah, you're on.
Hey everyone, now here's what we're gonna do. Today was my birthday, so I got an idea.
I never wanted to grow up as a kid. The thought of being a year older tagged along the thought that I was slowly losing my childhood, my fun, my creativity, my freedom. That's what I thought at the time. Summertime in elementary school felt longer than when I was actually in school, until a specific time over the summer, in probably first grade, in the dining room coloring, it hit me. It would already be time for another school year. This realization started a slow transformation to the school year feeling longer than the summertime, which makes more sense. Drama with friendships and gossip lingered in my head more than the outdoors with Grandma's Creek on hot days. Bus rides were meant for singing, annoying the older middle schoolers. I was in 5th grade and annoyed at Grandpa saying, "You're gonna be driving in 5 years. Grandpa, 5 years is a long time. I have time. I don't want to think about it." I've now been driving for 6 years. I'm 20. If I think about it in this way, I have lived 25% of my whole life. Here's just my handful of lessons that stand out to me as I reflect on this possible quarter of my life. So starting off with the first one, there is no distinct line of crossing over from baby to toddler to child to tween to teen, teen to adult. I think you get what I'm saying. I really have learned that there are so many overlapping characteristics with all these stages of life. I still have characteristics of what I was like as a child. Now that I am getting more into my adult era, there are still so much a part of me that I remember seeing being 8 years old, being 13 years old. There are different responsibilities that I have to undergo and have now compared to being a child, but I can still have the same amount of fun that I did back then. Miscommunication is a big downfall to friendships and relationships. I think of middle school whenever I think of miscommunication because all the drama was someone said something, it was miscommunicated or interpreted incorrectly. All the drama and rumors started to spread. It is such a messy situation. So much can be handled right with communicating as much as possible. You never know if you don't ask. 5th grade year was hands down one of my favorite years. I had one of the best teachers, I believe. It was a time where I wanted to learn just as much as possible. Anything in my math classes, social studies classes, just asking questions. And my teacher loved that because it showed like I wanted to learn and I wasn't afraid to ask my questions. And that definitely helped me make connections throughout the years. It's never a bad thing to ask a question and to gain more insight on something. Over the years, I really realized that I am striving to be uncomfortable instead of being in the comfort zone. I know that the Lord uses that uncomfiness to create something so beautiful, even though it is so painful. If I think of all of those hardships and look at me now, I would not change those for the world because I really like who the Lord has created me to be. What seems bad, it can be turned into good. Honey, it is a mindset. Usually all of my life, I've been a half glass full kind of girl. A bit ago, I really was undergoing this half glass empty person. I didn't realize it until after that season of life where I was like, wait, what? That was Kaislyn? I definitely needed that to see what the other side was like. I could think of a quote-unquote bad situation. What if it could make you stronger? This kind of meshes with number 4 and number 5 about that change. But changing your mindset into thinking, how can this improve me, make me stronger, is really what is a game changer, really. Put yourself in their shoes. This one is sometimes hard for me, even to this day with certain people. But if I just remind myself, how different would I respond to others if I first put myself in their shoes? I think my sentences would be formed differently in my head before saying them out loud, maybe formed more lovingly. Make being active fun. I played soccer pretty much my whole life up until freshman year of high school, and then I found the love of rock climbing my freshman year of college. I felt a calling to run the Chicago Marathon the summer of my freshman year, and that was such a growing process. There's a YouTube video that was so much to make that you can also watch after this, but I really feel like now I've cracked the code of having fun while working out. And I believe that if you are trying to work out right now and you're not having fun, you're not going to want to do it for your whole life. Be money smart to a degree. Money has always been a big, important part of my life, and I'm not fully sure why. But I do know that I was always nicknamed Miss Frugal with my friends and family, so I was very stingy on using any of my money, period. I was using money as a comfort blanket, saving in fear pretty much. And a few points before this, I'm literally encouraging you to be in the uncomfortable. But there is something important about the balance of saving and the importance of quality of life. That is something I am still continuing to learn. Don't burn bridges. And I'm thinking like best friends and things like that. I feel like that's where you can just lose connections and networking unless there was a like super valid reason of why that bridge needs to be burned. I don't think they need to be burned. Man, our bodies are so cool because we have that gut feeling. And if you get that certain gut feeling, it is intimate. Your body knows you and it's saying, Kaitlyn, I don't know. Definitely taking that time to pause and to try to figure out what is going on. Taking time even to figure out why am I reacting this way? Why is my body reacting this way? It really can save you in the long run. Make time for God. It wasn't until sophomore year of college, I'm going into my junior year of college, so it's recent, that I finally gave up my mornings to God. To have these little morning dates with my first love, which is Christ. It has been, for some reason, a battle for me to read the Bible, and I know the devil has really tried to fight me with this. I am really trying to combat that right now. Whenever I am not taking that time to be with the Lord, I am a lot more of a diva in the day with my family, with some close friends. My mindset too, I need to center my days with the Lord so that it can actually be very beneficial. Life is not black and white. My mindset is usually like this. Good and bad. Bad person, bad guy, good guy. That has been detrimental for many situations in my life. Really taking that time to step back out of the picture to see the full picture in all of its shades and colors is so much better than just seeing things in black and white. Unless they are totally from the Lord, where I just know, that is not the right way to go. We're going the other way. Everyone is fighting a battle, no matter how big or small, whatever it is, everyone is fighting some kind of a battle. Having perfection be my ultimate goal, that is not going to end well. And all of those times did not end well, except for me remembering that and to keep going and chugging along with Jesus as my steering wheel. Planner for the win. I still am using a paper planner. There's going to be a time soon when I figure out either Google Calendar or the stinken Apple one that I just am not a fan of for some reason. Just having a planner to remember the times where you hang out with friends, times when you work on homework, times when you go to work. Things like that is going to save you. I didn't have to start using a real big girl planner until I was a freshman in college, because I always told people that my mom was my calendar. I actually did a really great job when I went into college, but it's because of my paper planner. Always find another perspective. Perspective is so intriguing to me and fascinating. You can have one person interpret something completely different than the person beside them. Giving grace on seeing things in a different light, a different perspective, really is going to help you go that extra mile with people. Hear me out with distance being good. There are good and not so good things about distance. For one, taking time away from social media, because social media only shows the high points of our lives. Unless there's people showing it on not high points, that really does not happen that often. or even distance like me going out of state to go to college. One of the best decisions I have ever made, and I love my college, my university, but I would not have discovered that if I weren't to be uncomfortable and to take that leap of faith. There's such a balancing act to the things I'm saying, just so you know, like this next one, saying no isn't bad, but saying no can also be bad in a sense. This is coming from someone that did a lot in high school and a lot in college. I love to just take a hold of opportunities and never let go. Sometimes that will leave me utterly stressed because I don't have time for me time. I'm not giving time to God. I'm not staying balanced in that way. And so saying no in order to have that balance is very important. Sleep is a game changer. I am so thankful to say I've never done an all-nighter at college. I have a lot of friends that have done that. When I have an assignment I need to do, maybe it's due the next day, some people will resort to, I'm gonna pull an all-nighter and get this done. Caitlin's mindset is, I'm going to get a good amount of sleep so that I can do this more efficiently when my brain is functioning properly. And that has always come in clutch the whole time, even for high school too. Again, everyone has different styles of learning. I am called a grandma when I go to sleep at like 10:30 at night on weekdays and weekends. So maybe I don't have room to say this, except sleep definitely is a game changer for life in general. Love what you have right now. For some reason, I think of my school I went to for elementary, middle school, and high school. I really had a great time in those years. Even though there were some really embarrassing times, there were some really, really hard times. It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. I love choir classes. I didn't realize how much I took those for granted until I'm not doing choir at college. Even the people that I used to be able to see every single day, I took that for granted, and now I barely see all of those people ever again. That is such a vibe even. Just in the state of life right now that you can think of. Love what you have. There are opportunities coming ahead of us. There are opportunities we have had that are behind us. But looking forward and to just be optimistic of what is going to happen is very lovely. Life is scary, and life is lovely. That's how I would describe life right now. I feel like life just started maybe last year for me, and that all of my childhood was really suppressed into this handful of core memories and core moments of growth I'm going to bring into this new chapter of my 20s and adulthood. That is so exciting.
To be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew.
Okay, say goodbye.